Hey everybody, welcome back to the Double Clutch Podcast. Kevin on the line here to help me get started through the day. Out on my first run here, so I have some wonderful, good. Well, it's not exactly a lot of progress, but to me it's progress. I've been smoke free for about a week now, a little over a week. Haven't had any nicotine, no carcinogens, no, nothing. No going into the gas station and being like, can I get pack for American Spirit, Light Blue? No more spending, $9 a day on, well, maybe not a day, but $9 or so every day or two on a pack of cigarettes. Fantastic. I feel great. Well, okay. I'm lying. I don't feel great. I actually feel fucking weird now that I don't smoke. Like, I don't know, like I feel like my lungs are like hurting. Maybe it's just because they're trying to get like the tar and shit out of it, but like I feel like I keep getting like these weird little pains on the left side of my chest there, like just randomly. I think the one is like gastrointestinal because I can feel it like a bubble, and like just a sharp pain and then like a bubble, and then like I burp like 3 minutes afterwards. I'm like, bleh. So I feel like it might be that, but I don't know. It's weird. But I quit. I mean, good for me. I still need to go to the doctor now. But it sucked, man. It sucked. The first like 3 days was terrible. Even the fourth day was shitty. Like I actually got mad at my wife for something that happened 10 fucking years ago. Before we were even really a thing. You know what I mean? Like I got mad at her for something that was 10 fucking years ago, kind of before we were even together. And I'm like, man, that's something a fucking female does. That's something that women do. They have dreams that you did something fucked up to them, and then they're like, you need to apologize or some shit. I'm like, I didn't do anything. Well, in my dream, you did something really fucked up, and I'm like, oh god. That's how you know women are not mentally stable. Anyway, but yeah, it's been quite a good bit of time for not having to smoke. Like I said, I do feel fucking weird now. Ever since I stopped, like the weird little pains I'm getting there. So now I have to go and see a fucking doctor. Not only that, but there's like I found a fucking little bump on my tongue. Like it's not even like really a bump. It's like a raised spot on my tongue. And my dad had mouth cancer. And now I'm like fucking freaked the fuck out. I'm like, wouldn't that just be the shit? I quit smoking cigarettes and then all of a sudden, well, you got it. That'd be like, oh, I'd be so pissed off. I'd be furious. I wouldn't stop working. I wouldn't stop working. I wouldn't happen. I would continue to do this, even if I was going through fucking, you know, chemo and shit like that. I'd continue to do this because fuck that. That pisses me off. um, Everybody I said something to about, they're just like, I highly doubt that. Yeah, go get it checked out, but we highly doubt that's what it is. So I'm gonna go get that checked out, and then hopefully all is good. And then I'm probably gonna go and see the same doctor my wife has, who I can tell you right now, the name of this doctor is so unsettling. Like I don't want to say her name, obviously. She's a good doctor. My wife really likes her, but her name is like very like just very tense, very contradicting of what you want a doctor to do, basically. You know what I mean? It's just it's not when you hear your doctor's name and you hear this doctor, you're not like, oh, you're like, oh, okay, can I get a different one? Like, I'm sure that's why she was still taking fucking patients, because people heard her name and was like, I don't think so. That's a fucking omen right there. But you know, my wife took her and she's a wonderful lady. She's super wonderful. She's from Nigeria. I believe she is from Nigeria. But super nice lady, super cool doctor. You know, very friendly. Um, and then so I'm probably if she's still taking some people in, I'm gonna go see her because I already kind of know her. I know about her. You know, just because her name is terrifying doesn't mean anything. I'm not gonna judge you off that. I'm gonna judge you off the work you do. I'm gonna judge you off how good you doctor. But yeah, that's a little exciting news. I wanted to throw that out there. I wanted to be like, yeah, look at me. I'm a big boy now. I quit smoking. I did it. I made it. I didn't have to be one of these old guys that smoked till they were 70 and fucking died a painful death because, you know, they just kept fucking doing it. But yeah, I fucking did that. Um, super excited about that. I did some not Christmas shopping. Well, yeah, birthday and Christmas shopping this fucking week. And man, it sucks having when two of your three children have birthdays right around Christmas time. It's an expensive couple months. Like half of October, November, December, and then some of January is just an expensive fucking month. It just gets so hard. Now, granted, they're not, you know, they don't have expensive ass toys right now. You know what I mean? They're not asking me for a fucking PS5. You know, they're not asking me for the new game system. They're not asking for a car. You know what I mean? They're just, you know, they're very content on getting, you know, the toys, you know, the cars and stuff still, you know, the little books so they can learn. So it's not, you know, it's not super expensive right now. It's a little more expensive than it would be. Like we bought like, plus we've been going on like online and shit where they're doing deals and stuff right now. So like, I'm not spending a shit ton of money, but fucking, oh man, like I bought like 9 things today that cost like $150. That's not too bad. That's not that bad at all, actually. You know, but that was just for 2 of the boys' birthday and something else, I guess, for Christmas. But now I still got to buy Christmas stuff for 3 kids. You know, the baby, he's not getting much. I'm sorry, but he's gonna be what 4 months old, 5 months old when Christmas time comes around. He's not gonna give a shit. He's not gonna give a shit what, you know, oh, look at this. So we'll give him some teether things, and he'll be like, sweet. And he'll chew on them, and that's it. He doesn't give a shit. He's not playing with cars right now. You know, he's doing tummy time and laying on his back playing with, looking at colors. You know, it's not, when I see people and they get like their newborn, like this absurd amount of like Christmas shit, even babies in general, like, I think from when their kids are like 0 to like, oh shit, hold on. When they're from like 0 to like 5, they're pretty content on just having some like new cars and shit. You don't need to go and spend a goddamn fortune on shit. I'm not saying you shouldn't spend nothing, but yeah, you don't need nothing ridiculous. They don't know the concept of like an expensive toy, or they don't know, you know, they don't know the value of taking care of something. So why would you go out and get them, you know, I know someone, you know what I mean, I know people that went out and got their 5-year-olds fucking iPads and shit. Like now before I go on, we have an iPad for the boys, but they watch it, you know, every now and then we take it from them. We don't let them fucking handle it that often. You know, it's not like we bought it for them. It was an iPad for the kids. That's what it is. And we got that, and then when they're done, we put it up so nobody can fuck with it. These motherfuckers, I got friends who are buying their kids these iPads, you know what I mean, and like expensive ones too. We didn't get no expensive one. We got like a little fucking, just a little one. Yeah, they can download some shit. They can watch, you know, Blippy or whatever they like to watch. But my friends' kids are carrying these things around with them, spilling their juice on it, fucking throwing it around. Like, that's terrible. Why would you even give that to them? I wouldn't. I would not give that to them. They'll be buying them that kind of expensive shit. That's absurd. They don't need all that. You know what I mean? And I know now once you get past like 5, that's when they're going to start being like, oh, well, what is this? I mean, that's what I was like. You know what I mean? I was like 4 or 5 years old, and I saw, I would go with my dad, and they'd go over to their friends. He'd go over to his friend's house, and he'd go, they'd go in the other room and smoke pot or something like that, and I'd be in the living room there playing on a Super Nintendo, being like, fuck, I want one of these, and then that's when I got my fucking first game system. I was like 5 years old or something like that. Got a fucking Sega. You know what I mean? So around that time, you start seeing how cool other shit is, and it's that's when it'll start getting expensive. They'll start asking for things that are a little more expensive. And then once they get into the double digits, they'll just start asking for like money and vehicles, and again, possibly game systems and shit like that. But sometimes they might not. You know what I mean? Sometimes they might get some. They might want other shit, but I don't know. I won't know until I get there. I'm just going off. Are you serious, dude? Come on, really? Okay, this is ridiculous. But I'm just going off of. Sorry about that. I'm just going off of what I did when I was growing up. How I started getting gifts and shit because, I mean, I was doing, the games and shit like that at like, 5, 6, 7. I mean, I did video games all the way up until, fucking high school and shit like that. Cause I was a nerd. I played video games. I played video games forever, but I think about it and I'm like, well, I also got like Pokemon cards because when I was in middle school, or maybe it was high school, or elementary school. Yeah, like elementary school, late elementary, early middle school is when like the Pokemon craze was going on. So I was getting Pokemon cards and shit like that, all the games. I remember when I got the red version for the Game Boy. My cousin got the blue version. It was the shit. And I just never left that thought, you know what I mean? Just fucking that nerdiness. And I always got video games for a while. Video game, any kind of media, really. I was always getting some kind of media because I was just into that. Now, I'd never got like a computer. Well, I did get when I was 18 and graduated from high school and was going to go to the community college that I never went to. uh, my mom did get me a laptop, which was really cool. And I did use that laptop forever. You know what I mean? I used that laptop for a while. Actually, I believe I still have it. Yeah, I do still have it. I still have it there. It's just not used. I cleaned it up because I gave it to my wife because I got a desktop computer now, which is nothing insane. Like I could go in there and pull the graphics card out or something, give it a new CPU or whatever. But I'm not too good at that kind of shit. I have a buddy who is. If I really wanted to do that, I would have him do it. But it's just like an entry level, like it's like an intermediate gaming PC. And I don't play games on the PC really. I don't. I just use it for literally the internet and shit like that. And I gave her that laptop, and I cleaned it up and everything like that. Made sure it was working still. I upgraded the virus protection and shit like that, just so it's a good usable laptop. And it's just sitting underneath my fucking couch right now because we have phones. You know what I mean? We do everything in our goddamn phones. I do need to start using my PC more. Now I do use it a lot now because I have to edit this shit out, and I can't do that on my phone. I have to use the computer for that. But that's mostly what I use it for. That and then uploading. You know what I mean? I'm not down there really playing many games on there. It's very few and far between that I'm playing games on the computer. I don't play World of Warcraft anymore, so I'm definitely not down there doing that. But I don't know. I mean, I just I feel as though I should probably go down there and use that more. Now I'm neglecting my desktop. But she's also neglecting that laptop too, and I feel like we should be using that more. Because it's still a good laptop. I didn't beat it or anything like that. I didn't I didn't damage the virusware so much. I didn't fucking just look at a bunch of fucking porn on it, and now it's filled with viruses. So I mean, it's a good working fucking laptop. Now I'm mad. I'm gonna go yell at my wife when I get home. Use that laptop. But but as far as when you get older, the gifts get more expensive and shit. But then as you proceed to get older, you get less and less stuff. Now Christmas, I don't even my mom goes, "What do you want for Christmas?" I go, I don't want anything. I don't know. And I'm just like, and she'll just give me like $100 gift card or something like that. I'm like, yeah, that's cool, thanks. I mean, it's awesome. I mean, I just Christmas doesn't have that same spark as an adult as when you did as a kid. I mean, I mean? When you were a kid, you're like, oh man, I'm getting shit. I mean? Now as an adult, you're like, oh man, I'm giving shit. I gotta go buy shit now. You know what I mean? So it does make it a little more, oh man, a little more. It makes it not difficult or anything like that. Just it's more of a chore because you got to go out and get stuff for people now. Whereas as a kid, you didn't have to do any of that. You just sacked up all the goods. But but as you get older, there's more value in Christmas because, like me, I have kids. You get to wrap all those gifts, and then when they go out and they see it in the morning, and they're like, oh, Santa was here, and then you're like, fucking Santa. You know what I mean? You're like, fuck, man, I did all this work. Santa didn't do shit. I'm the one who ate those milk and cookies. I'm gonna tell my kids to leave out fucking whiskey and pretzels this year. Like, this is what Santa really wants. He wants whiskey and he wants fucking he wants bullet whiskey and fucking goddamn sourdough pretzels. That's what he wants. Now he doesn't want no milk and cookies. That's for the fucking Easter Bunny. You know what I mean? But like, it's cool to see that it has more value to it because you see the excitement in children's face, and and then even when they realize, even when they figure out that Santa's not real, they're still gonna be like, oh well, I'm still getting shit. They don't care. You know what I mean? They're still gonna get stuff. So it all depends, I guess, on how you're how you're raised. I mean, I was raised in a pretty middle class family. I mean, I wasn't raised poor or anything like that. We certainly weren't rich, but when I put shit, whatever I would be making Christmas lists as a kid, I wasn't like, oh, I want this and this and this and this. I was just like, what I really want is these couple things. You know what I mean? I would usually get those couple things because I didn't want anything else. I was like, I really want this game. All right, I got it. Cool, thanks. Sometimes I'd put like a movie down or whatever. And then there'd be like, the new clothes. You'd get like a new sweatshirt or something like that, which again is something you just don't appreciate until you're an adult. Like now as an adult, if I go to my grandma's or I go to my nan and paps and there's like, they give me like a new sweatshirt, I'm like, fuck yes. Fuck yes. New pair of jeans? Hell yeah, I want a new pair of jeans. I've been wearing these same pair of jeans since 2 years ago when you got me that pair of jeans. This fucking pair of jeans I'm wearing. You know what I mean? I still have jeans that I wear from fucking high school, man. I've been out of high school for 14 years now. So for me to still have fucking clothing from back then, it just means I don't go shopping very often for clothes, I guess. I did go shopping for clothes once, like my earlier 20s and stuff. But then I also gained a little bit or lost a lot of weight, so a lot of the shit was like big. And then I went and got clothes again, and they were, for me being thinner. And then I gained more weight back in the past couple of years, and now I'm back to wearing those old fucking clothes because they're the only ones that fit over my fucking pot belly here. So I got to do some sit-ups. Hopefully smoking will help out with that shit too. Oh man, what's going on? You got fucking cops going down the road here, ambulance. Hope nobody's. Hope I wasn't an accident. But yeah, Christmas when you're an adult and you have a lot of kids, big family, which I do. I have a huge family. Christmas gets expensive. Granted, I just usually get the kids like stuff, like material stuff. And then I'll get like adults like gift cards to go out and eat, which I can't fucking do this year. There's a goddamn pandemic and nobody's going out to eat now. Fuck, man. It's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass. I'll figure it out though. I always do. I always do. And that's another thing that kind of makes Christmas a chore is because I have such a big family. I have my parents were divorced as a kid. They both remarried. You know what I mean? So there's two whole extra families right there that you take on. And I mean, as a kid, again, that's fantastic because you're fucking look at all the gifts I'm getting. I'm getting twice the gifts. Yeah. Then you end up having a whole bunch of shit that you don't even really need. But it's difficult because what we got to do is we got to wake up, and usually what we do, we're not doing that. I don't think we're doing it this year. But what we normally do is we wake up fucking 7 o'clock in the morning. We go in, how we have Christmas at our house pretty much. So me, my wife, and our kids, they open the gifts there. And, oh my god, here comes the yawns again. We open our gifts there, and then do whatever we need to do there. I drink coffee and shit. And then we go to my mom's house. We open gifts there. The kids do. We get, because then my mom, my sisters, my nephews, my brother-in-law is there. My aunt, my cousins, that kind of shit. And then after that, we go over to my Nan and Pap's house, which has it's my dad, my stepmom, more aunts and cousins, and my brother, and like it's his family. It's just like it's wild, you know what I mean? And then we eat. They make like a Christmas lunch there, which is just delicious because my Nan's a fantastic cook. But then we eat there and whatnot. And then after that, usually we'll go back to my mom's house and have dinner there. So then we're sitting there and the whole family's having dinner there. And then after that, we usually have to go to my wife's mom's house, and she normally has stuff for the boys. And we get that, and then we finally go home, and by this time it's, fucking 9 o'clock at night. So we've been out for fucking 16 hours already. And then the next day or whatever, her dad might come over and stuff. And somewhere before all that, like we'll have my brother-in-law, my wife's brother, and his wife, and her dad, and her aunt and uncle. They'll all come over at some point. We'll have a little family thing there. It's nice. The family is huge, man. We've between the two of us. I mean, my family is way bigger than hers. Like her, with my wife, her family, it's literally there's her mom and her stepdad, and then there's her dad, and then her aunt and uncle, her brother and his wife, and their two adopted kids. And then she does have another cousin with her son, but that's it. She doesn't have this huge family anymore. Whereas there's my mom's side, which is easily fucking 15, 20 people. Well, hold on. I gotta do some real quick math here as I go down the little family tree here. I'd say about 15. Oh no, there's probably 15 people, maybe a little more. 15 plus, I'll say that. And then you go over to my dad's side, where again, there's 20 plus. Huge family. When we had my wedding, the whole fucking area was just filled with my family. You know what I mean? Besides, her dad, her aunt and uncle, and her brother and his wife with their kids. That was it. That was all from her family. I mean, her mom, obviously couldn't make it. I don't know if I explained her mom's situation to you. I'm pretty sure I did. in one of the last podcasts, but she can't leave her fucking bed. So, and it's her fault. God damn it, it's her fault why she can't do it. So don't be like, oh, that's sad. No, she could fucking change some ways. But that's not. Anyway, fucking. That's it. And the rest was literally, you know. And we had our friends. She has more friends than I do. I can tell you that. But that's where that saying quality over quantity comes into play. I can say that's a big, like, if you want to take those two. I'm sorry, if you want to put that in perspective, you know, between my friends and her friends, it's quality over quantity. And she has a lot more friends than I do. You know what I mean? I got like 3 or 4 friends. You know what I mean? And they were all in my wedding pretty much. Yeah, and there's, you know, a couple guys I work with and shit like that, work friends and stuff like that. But the people that I hang out with outside of work, they were all in my wedding. You know, so whereas everybody else I may hang out with every now and then outside of work, maybe, but mostly I only see them inside work. You know, but she had all her friends. I mean, I had to fucking I almost had to find somebody else to add to my wedding party because she was gonna make another bridesmaid. I'm like I have 4 friends. You know what I mean? I have 4 people in there. I got, you know, my buddy Mike, my buddy Kevin, my buddy Bryce, and I have my cousin Damien up here. This is all I have right here. These are my friends. Like, that's it. I don't have anybody. If I asked anybody else to do it, it wouldn't be genuine. I'd be like, hey, I just need an extra space filled. You know what I mean? I guess I could probably, you know, have my brother do it. I mean, that's probably what I would have done. But still, I just, you know, I would still rather have been like, hey, you know, we got what we need. You know what I mean? So, but like, that's how it was. The whole thing was filled with my family and shit. My family and her friends. And it was nice. It was super fun. I got super drunk. My wife doesn't know this, but I was slamming whiskey before we were even doing the vows. She does know about it now, but she just found out recently that I was like buzzing when we went up there to do the vows and shit because I was fucking nervous. You know what I mean? So I fucking took quite a few shots. Me and my best man did some shots because they had a cash bar there because I'm not rich. I wasn't doing a fucking open bar. Are you fucking kidding me? Would have had, you know, there would have been like a $1,500 limit. That shit would have been met, you know, within the hour. I brought a lot of fucking alkies and druggies in my fucking families and friends between the 2 of them. There are a lot of drinkers. But I was like, yeah, fuck that. I ain't rich. Yeah, the drinks weren't even that goddamn expensive. It was $2.50 for a fucking shot, and they weren't like shots. They were big shots. You know, they just gave you a cup, and then they would pour like, you know, not the whole fucking thing, but you know, they say that the first line in one of those cups is a shot. Well, it was like fucking way past that. You know what I mean? They were at least, you know, triple shots, at least. Probably more. Because, like I said, I was buzzed up. I did like 2 or 3, and I was buzzed up. I was like, oh, fuck. And then afterwards, we all had the little reception there in the pavilion. I was fucking drinking. Her one friend gave me a fucking wonton soup container, and I was just filling it up with beer like crazy. I was still doing shots. And you know what's really wild is I didn't even throw up. I didn't even throw up at all. I drank a lot that night. A lot of beer, a lot of mixing. I even smoked pot too. I was drinking all that. I was drinking liquor, drinking beer, and I even took like a couple hits of weed, and I didn't throw up. I was super surprised because I know when I mix that shit, I fucking blah. You know, especially at that time, I wasn't smoking weed. I haven't smoked weed for a while, so like I did it, and it's like I didn't fucking throw up though. Felt good. You know what I mean? Now my stepmom, on the other hand, she got fucking hammered. She got fucking hammered. Fucking, she threw up. She threw up all over the parking lot. It was hilarious. Yeah, but she's also, you know, 4'10", and fucking was trying to keep up with the rest of us. You know, so But it was a good time. It was really fun. And why are you beeping? I'm not even that. Really? Come on now. But yeah, that's how it was, man. I fucking. What in the hell is going on here? Fucking trucks are garbage. Um, but yeah, I have a big family, and it fucking shows, especially like at things like holidays and our wedding. You know, my family's huge, and not because like everyone just procreates, but because I'm a product of divorce. You know what I mean? My parents were divorced when I was young, and then we fucking I had to meet them. They met my dad met my stepmom, and they've been together since I was fucking 9 years old. So they basically became part of my family, and you know, it's nice. It's nice to have a big family, But come holidays, man, fucking a, expensive. You know what I mean? I see with my nan, she goes out Christmas shopping in like July. She's usually done with her Christmas shopping in like October or something like that. Maybe might have a couple things that she might need to get, but they don't fuck around. They're smart about it. I am not. Like I said, I just started. You know what I mean? But we've also had a couple other issues where I haven't financially been able to just fucking go out and do shit. But now we is. Now we're getting better. It's just a lot of shit, lot to buy for, a lot to worry about. I just like to, I would if I could go sooner, I would. I would love to, but I don't think smart like that. But I don't know. I gotta, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do this doctor's appointment. Get that out the way, and I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do the rest of my shopping because, let's be honest, I don't have much time. I mean, I work 12 hours a day at least usually. I have off on the weekends, but then I'm at least one of those days is doing something, and then the rest is just kind of relaxing because I just work 60 fucking hours. But if I if I didn't work the hours, we'd have to my wife would have to get a job, and then what? We gotta fucking pay for daycare. Fuck all that. Fuck all that. Then we definitely wouldn't be getting Christmas presents. That's another thing. Family still works. Everyone in our family still works full time. Not like we have a bunch of, It's not like it's the 70s where I can just be like, oh, here's drop you off at Grandma and Grandpa's while I go to work. No, Grandma and Grandpa are still fucking working. Fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I gotta figure out when I'm gonna get that all done, and then after that I can breathe easy, knowing I made it through another holiday season without going so far into debt that's coming out my nose. Like I said, I already got enough fucking debt going on here. So as long as I can, like I said, right now it's not an issue. Kids aren't expensive. Everybody else can get gift cards, so it's not a huge deal. But I still know that when it comes time, when they get older and shit, they're gonna be fucking. It's gonna be a lot more difficult. Why are you people not doing the speed limit? I just don't get it. I don't get it. My truck cannot do the speed limit. The speed limit's 65, and I'm passing you right now. I'm passing you. You're doing like 55. Fucking ridiculous, man. Fucking ridiculous. But hey, whatever. You're behind me now. But yeah, Christmas is always a pretty tense time, man. It's always pretty tense. Christmas, and not even just because it's Christmas, because I have Christmas, and then I have 2 birthdays on top of it. Plus there's a lot of family and have birthdays in uh, December, and then It gets expensive. It gets a little bit expensive, but I uh I handle it. I handle it like a man. You know, it is just shitty because fucking two kids' birthdays are a week apart, right there, and then like 2 weeks later, it's like, don't forget about Christmas. Pain in the ass. The only other our other kid's a summer baby, like me and my wife. We're summer babies too. But there ain't nothing going on in fucking July. No, in July there's no holidays in July, except for now, obviously. Well, 4th of July, but you're not buying people presents for that. It's like, hey, happy 4th of July. Then you give them this fucking gift. They're like, wait, what? We're having a gift exchange? Be like, yeah, open it up. And they open it up, and it's like a fucking, 64 case of beer. It's like, oh, okay. Happy 4th of July. No, that's an acceptable gift, I guess. Dude, why'd you get in front of me if you're just going to slow the fuck down? Why did you get in front of me if you're just going to slow down? Oh, that shit is infuriating to me. I hate when people do that shit. Fuck, man. My wife never gave me my fucking card back. God damn it. Well, alright. That sucks. But, yeah. Yep, got all the Christmas and mumbo jumbo out the way now, so we're good to go. Now I can just worry about, continually sleepwalking through life, kind of. But, yeah, our fucking job, man, we're so goddamn busy right now that it's at the point where, like, they're calling in, they're begging people that retired, last year to come in and fucking work because we don't have the fucking drivers to get all this freight, and we're supposed to be rescheduling in the next 2 weeks, putting new bids for schedules and shit up, and they only added like 1 or 2 positions to the P&D side. So I'm like, so we're calling in these people and we're just barely getting by, and you're only adding these 1 or 2 positions. I think it's only 1 position, I'm pretty sure, is what they're adding. Like, you're only adding these couple, 1 or 2 positions, I think, to fucking cope with this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, well, we added these guys, the combos, too. And I'm like, that's still, that's still not enough, because the people that are going to take that are going to work, like, 70 fucking hours and not have hours to go out into the city. You're going to dick yourself is what you're going to do. You're going to screw yourself over. You got nothing to blame but yourself. But, hold on, let me just take a quick swig of some water. Ah, yes. Throat was getting dry. But yeah, they were fucking, we're so far behind on work, but they can't hire people fast enough. And, that's kind of for obvious reasons. That's their own damn fault for that. But they're not adding the positions that we need. They're just expecting, which, I mean, I don't mind working the overtime. I can tell you that right now. If I fucking got to work 12 hours a goddamn day, so be it. I mean, you want to give me your money, give it to me. But as far as a business stance, they shouldn't, they need to add more positions. And not, come on! And not only that, I just got a thing in my little cubby for my, I have a little cubby in the city dispatch office there that holds my computer and shit and anything I want to, put there for the next day. I can slip it in this little cubby. Well, in there was this paper stating a small change of operations where if I wanted to, I could move up to fucking Milton, up in fucking by Williamsport. And it's like, you would lose your seniority here. You would no longer work for us. You would basically be, it basically said, do you want to quit here and go work for New Penn 2 hours away from where you live right now? I'm like, wait, are you fucking serious? Like, no way. And it's not far enough for them to give you any assistance in moving or whatever. It's like, that's so stupid. There is people that live up that way. You know, there's people that do drive an hour, 15 minutes to fucking work every day. You know what I mean? So if it was them up there, that would be perfect for them. I mean, they wouldn't be working for us. They'd be working for uh, a different company, which is kind of like our sister company, I guess. But you know what I mean? They're just like, hey, would you like to quit your job here and go work up here for no real like for no real monetary gain? It would actually cost you money to do this, you know, so long as you didn't already live up that area. Like, fuck that, man. I mean, I find it a little absurd that you even gonna ask me that. It's like, you guys know where the fuck I live. You think I'm gonna go like 2 hours away up there for literally no monetary gain whatsoever? Like, you're not gonna give me any help moving there. No, there's no relocation assistance. You know what I mean? There's no, because it's not far away. It's only 2 hours away. You know what I mean? You expect me to fucking sell my house, find a place up there for my family, move all my shit up there, and then just start working for this other company that I don't even work for, and while basically starting over? Are you serious? That's garbage. Why doesn't that company try and hire somebody up there as, you know, what is it, a utility driver or whatever? I'm not exactly sure what they do, but oh my god, whew. But for them to ask us about, it's like, yeah, I was dumbfounded because I'm like, this is the dumbest piece of paper I've ever read in my life right now. Hey, would you like to move 2 hours away, no monetary gain, you know, basically to go work for another company that will give you uh, no more money than you're already making now, which, I mean, I don't even know if they make the same amount as we do. You know what I mean? Like I said, no relocation assistance, 2 hours away. You know, you lose your seniority, you're basically a fresh guy at this place. Would you like that? No. Fuck no. Hire somebody up there who doesn't already have, you know, fucking 6.5 fucking years in the company. You know what I mean? You hire somebody up there. Ask one of these guys that does live up there. There's a couple guys that live close to that fucking area. Fuck that. Or what? I should start driving 2 hours to work every fucking... Go kiss my ass, dude. You know what I mean? The fact that they even asked me made me angry. I was reading that paper. I'm like, you guys are shitheads, you know that? I told the one, our fucking evening planner, I was talking to him about, I'm like, what the fuck is this? He's just like, this is if you want to go up and do this. I'm like, I explained to him everything I just fucking got done saying. He's like, I mean, yeah, basically. I'm like, why did they even waste the paper to print this up and put these in our fucking cubbies? I mean, especially a guy like me, you know what I mean? I'm not, you know, he's like, well, there's guys that live up there. I'm like, okay, and you know that. Put it in their fucking cubby. Yeah, I mean, you know, if they're, regardless if they have to drive an hour that way or, you know, or the other way, it's still the same distance, but, you know, they wouldn't have to fucking move, relocate, uproot their entire fucking life right now. I would have to do that, and I'm not doing that. I folded it up and I threw it in the trash in front of him. He's like, well, what do you think? I'm like, I just threw it in the fucking garbage. What do you mean, what do I think? I think I'm not going to go. I'm not signing that shit. What the fuck is that? Fucking just all you gotta do is move 2 hours away. Yeah, fuck that. You gonna help me move? Nah, we can't. Nah, it's not far away enough. Oh, it's not far away enough. So what about my, you know, my wage and my seniority and shit? Do I gotta start over from the bottom? Well, I mean, you won't have your seniority. You'll keep you'll keep your fucking retirement and all that shit. I'm like, well, yeah, no shit, I keep my retirement because it's mine. It isn't through the company, you fucking idiots. Nice try, though. You know what I mean? Like, fucking, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they felt like they were going to find somebody who was dumb enough to do that just so it would make it easier for them in the long run. Because then they wouldn't have to do any real hiring up there. You know, and we always are hiring down here. There's people always coming and going, you know, in our fucking terminal. I mean, we're the main hub on the fucking East Coast, you know, the main distribution center at least. It's just, I don't know, it just seeing that made me realize how dumb the people that run this place are, you know. Like, there's just the fact they even asked that. Like, no, we gain nothing. we actually probably lose more by doing that. You know, a lot of us down here. Yeah, I mean, if you live up that way, you know, yeah, it'd probably be a good idea if it's closer or not, you know. But if not, then it's just a fucking waste of time. You're wasting time, and you're losing a guy down here where it's pretty obvious that we fucking need him. Where it's pretty goddamn obvious that we don't have the fucking work that we have now, and you're just going to try and get people to fucking leave this, or we don't have the people to move the work that we have now, and you're going to get people to try and leave this area to go up there. You know, yeah, it's only one person, but guess what? You're calling in more than fucking one person on a daily basis from retirement to come and help you do shit. You know, so I don't want to hear that shit. Fucking run a business better. Simple as that. Be quiet. God damn, this thing is loud. You know, learn to run your business better. That's the only thing I can say. You know, we're not the only ones that are guilty of it. You know, there's all kinds of fucking companies that just do stupid shit that make them unprofitable in the long run. You know, yeah, we'll get some money now, but in the long run, you're not making what you could be making. You know, you're not utilizing your fucking manpower right. You're not putting into your fucking workers like you should be. You know, the only fucking place that's obviously running a company right is fucking Amazon, because they're able to pay their employees the bare minimum. You know, not the bare minimum, but like the minimum that they think that they're making good money, but also can't go anywhere else without taking a loss for like the first 2 years. You know what I mean? And then, you know, but also at the same time, like having their own, you know, using every loophole in the fucking tax law book that they can to fucking just, you know, skim as much as they can off the top. You know, and they're still making they're making a shit ton of money, you know, doing those little deals. You know what I mean? It's probably not the right way to fucking do it, but it's a way to do it, and it's working. It's working for that fucking guy. He's, you know, he doesn't have any issues with money. That motherfucking guy could build, you know, 100 fucking new warehouses, new Amazon warehouses. That guy could fucking build 100 new Amazon warehouses, fully equip them, you know, with, you know, the trucks and the trailers and the fucking, you know, everything they need, the forklifts and all the fucking all the fucking equipment and shit that they'll need to fucking operate. You build 100 of those motherfuckers fully loaded, and he would still be a fucking billionaire in the triple digits. You know what I mean? Like, it's fucking wild. You know, a lot of people, you know, 100 doesn't seem like that much, I guess, but if you think about, there's 50 states, man, 2 per state. That the biggest state would only leave, you know, 3 to 4 hours in between each one, maybe. You know, I mean, maybe California might be a little more. I know Kansas is pretty, or you know, Kansas and Texas are fucking longer states, bigger states. Well, Alaska, of course. But here's the thing: there's only so many places where you can live in Alaska. They're not gonna fucking just put an Amazon out in like the wilderness. Which, I mean, I could see them doing that. Yeah, it would be nothing but airdrops then. Nothing but airdrops. Holy shit. What in the fuck? Look at that. That is a wild looking fucking cop car. It's an undercover one, but it's wild looking. But yeah, I wouldn't put it past them. They could put one of those things out in the wilderness. It would be nothing but airplanes coming in for, you know, and that right there would fucking bring Amazon Prime to the people out in the middle of nowhere up in Alaska. You know, so, you know, I mean, there you go. Just gave you an idea there. There, Jeff Bezos. Go ahead and use it. You know, I just feel, you know, they're gonna fucking monopolize at some point, as much as they can at least. I know we have anti-monopoly laws in effect here, but let's be honest, people just Anybody will break any law they fucking want to. Yeah, that shit doesn't mean anything. You know, pretty soon there's going to be a lot more of them than there's going to be of, anything else. It's literally just going to be like Amazon, Walmart, and Target. It's pretty much all it'll be. Best Buy for your electronics. That's all it's going to be. There's the only fucking 4 places that'll even survive it. I don't even think Best Buy would survive that, honestly. I don't think so. I think it would literally be Amazon, and by the end of it, it may just be Amazon and Walmart. Because as good as Target is, they're still just a slightly more expensive than Walmart. Which I go to Target. I go to Target, and I will gladly pay the extra, 15 cents on shit to not have to deal with Walmart. Like, not saying there's a lot of good people that come running through Target too, but let's be honest here. Walmart, everybody knows what Walmart's like on the inside at fucking midnight. Yeah, I mean, everybody knows the trash that's going in there. So let's fucking be honest. Be Walmart and Amazon, then you'll have whatever. I feel like Walmart can even take over the grocery stores too. You know what I mean? Because they got a grocery section now. Every Walmart is a fucking what's it called? Super center. So you're gonna have fucking. Oh my god, dude! Why do you motherfuckers move so slow? You're gonna have. They'll be able to have groceries. I have a feeling that's what'll fucking happen. They'll fucking abolish the monopoly laws and shit, and they'll make laws around it to give them tax breaks, and they'll just be sitting fucking filthy rich while we're scrounging up change trying to go to fucking Walmart to, pick up fucking baby formula. Fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. Hopefully that doesn't happen. Hopefully I'm just talking out my ass. But it just seems like a lot of places. There's so few mom and pop stores around anymore. That's wild. Like in my hometown where I grew up, there used to be little mom and pop stores all up and down the main street there. Now there is other ones, but they're not like oh, come get your, they're not like, it's like, here's a pharmacy, here's a TV repair shop, things like that. Like, we had all that in the fucking town when I was growing up. There was, you go right down the fucking road, there was the barber shop, there was a guy who sold like cabinetry and shit like that, and he's still actually there. He is still there. There's two of those people that are still there from when I was a kid. The guy who sells the cabinetry, and then up the road, up the street a little bit, there's a guy who does plumbing, heating, and shit like that, like metalworks and stuff like that. And he's still in business, which is wild. It's wild to see. Now he's the metal guy, the plumbing and heating and metalworks guy. That building's been the same owner, everything. The one down there, the wood guy who sells the cabinetry and like the vanities and stuff like that, I think they were actually bought out by something. So technically, I guess it's not the original guy. So if it's the original guy is gone. You know what I mean? So there's only one original owner. But we had a hardware store up on the corner there. It was it was called H&W or something like that. Well, now it was a family-owned hardware store. Now it's an Ace Hardware. We had a pharmacy that was down there on the very corner. Mac Gruber's or whatever pharmacy. Yeah, that's what it was. They were down there. They're gone. Now that's like an antique shop now or something like that. So, I mean, it's still technically like a mom and pop. But we had a TV repair guy that was down there. He's gone. It's now a nail salon. Again, I guess that could be considered a mom and pop store, but they're not really selling. The only good they're selling is coming into your nails and soak your feet. You know what I mean? It's not like I can go there and buy fucking, like I said, fucking like the pharmacy. I couldn't go pick up my fucking pharmaceuticals there. You know, birthday cards and fucking medicine. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's wild to think that I actually saw a TV repairman. You know what I mean? He had all kinds of crazy shit. Come on, for real? Go. But there's that, and then there was up the street there was a flooring place, I believe, some kind of flooring place, and they went out of fucking business. And now this place, I actually go to this place. Is a record store, which is fucking awesome because they're not a thing anymore. But he's the guy I talked to the guy. He actually works for a company that's right down the road from me, where I work, and we were talking about shit. You know, same industry, you know, logistics and trucking, and you know, he has the shop open and stuff, and it's got records in it. You know, sells movies, you know, DVDs, shirts and stuff. But you know, it's mostly music and shit, which is fucking awesome. I like that place a lot. I can't remember the fucking name of it though. Fuck, I can't remember the name of it because I'd tell you the name of it and go check them out. God damn it. What is the name of that fucking store? Something Dragon. Dragon something. Oh, but I don't know. It's fucking awesome, dude. They got a big old room in the back full of records and shit. But, I bought a bunch of movies there at some point. It's fucking awesome. Just, you know, and that's a mom and pop store, too. You know, all that shit I mentioned is mom and pop stores, but I lived there for fucking 20-some years, and I just watched all these fucking stores just come in and then leave, come in and then leave. They never stayed. No store ever fucking stayed. I mean, that place was a tattoo shop at one point too, and then that fucking went away. Like, there's no, you know, the only one that's actually been consistent there is that steel shop, or yeah, that fucking heating and plumbing store there. That's the only one that's ever been the same. Everything else has been swapped in and out for something else. It's always been something new. You know, it's wild. Like, you can have a fucking store, you can have a little shop, but the chances of it going anywhere are fucking slim to none because you just can't offer the fucking same prices that Walmart and Amazon do. You know, I mean, it's crazy. When I see that shit, it almost makes me a little sad. I'm like, wow, man, I remember coming down here and, you know, fucking filling my prescription here at fucking this pharmacy here, and now it's a antique shop that I don't even think is open anymore. You know, the barber that used to be there, I don't even know if he's there anymore, actually. There's a different barber now. The only one that really looks good is there's a fucking restaurant that went into a flower shop that was in there. Forgot about that. There was a flower shop, and then that went out, and then it became something else. That went out. It became like two things before it became this restaurant, or this little food place. It's called Roadhog. It's a barbecue place. It's fucking delicious. But that's been there for a little bit. The hardware store is still the hardware store, but it's owned by Ace now. You know, it's just the way of family-owned shops are a thing of the past. You know, there's not, you know, unless you're a pizza shop, you know, you're doing food or some kind of like service of, you know, nails, hair, that kind of deal. It's you're not really gonna fucking thrive. You know, if you're trying to sell goods that can be sold anywhere else, it's not gonna happen. That's why that H&W became Ace Hardware. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we know you're a hardware store. We'll keep you a hardware store. We're gonna buy you out. You know, there's very few of them. There's one where I live now. There's a hardware store that's still owned by the family, but how much longer is that going to be before, you know, Lowe's or Ace or fucking Home Depot come along and fucking, well, it's not going to be a Lowe's or a Home Depot. It'll be an Ace before anything because they have all those fucking little stops, you know, and, you know, we used to have, oh my God, we used to have our own convenience store. You know what I mean? There used to be a convenience store there. It was, I can't remember what it was. But yeah, it was a convenience store that was, we go down there, you could get our milk, get our fucking cereal, we'd go shopping, grocery shopping there. And then they had a giant built, like a big grocery store, giant food stores. They built one of them, and that after a couple of years, that put them out of business. And then that fucking building was vacant for fucking years. And then guess what's in there now? The only store that fucking multiplies like fucking rabbits, a goddamn Dollar General. There's a fucking Dollar General there now. It's been there for years, and it'll probably be there forever because it's Dollar General. You know, it's just, I don't know, man. It's crazy. It's crazy to think that I could walk down the street from my house, because I lived on the main fucking street, and I just go down to the TV repair shop, get my hair cut, order some pizza, pick up my mom's prescription, come back up, pick up fucking flowers for my mom, a dozen roses, go down to the little, it was like a little center for like kids to hang out at like after school and shit like that if they wanted to. It was like kind of like an arcade or whatever. Again, fucking the way of the dodos. And then I'd hit the hardware store up and get fucking some hammer and nails for the picture frame that she wanted to hang up and then go home. It's wild. It's all gone. Now all you do is go on fucking the internet and be like, oh, Amazon, yep, they have it. Oh, free shipping. Boom. That's it. Thank God for this Amazon Prime that I pay $14 a month for. Along me and fucking, 250 million other people that use it. It's wild. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. I'm about to turn into my stop here, and I think I've done enough bitching for one day. So, support your local business, I guess, because pretty soon they're going to be gone, regardless of what the fuck they do. Jesus Christ. How depressing. What a depressing end to this. What a depressing end to this fucking podcast, because we're all going into fucking this weird, like, martial law fucking future. I don't know. But, we'll talk to you guys again later, and fucking don't be cunts.